Hello, what's going on, guys? Hucky Guy 1 here. Welcome to my review of TMNT. So, TMNT is directed by Kevin Monroe and stars James Arnold Taylor, Nolan North, Mitchell Whitfield, Mikey Kelly, Chris Evans, and Patrick Stewart. So, the story is, it's after they defeated the Shredder, Sarah Splinter kind of sends Leonardo out on a mission, and when he gets back, he has to kind of unite the Turtles again as they're kind of in these jobs around New York. It's kind of a disaster, and Leonardo's to get back and reunite the team to stop these new ancient creatures from taking over the world. So positives, I do have, the voice acting was pretty good, like, especially Chris Evans and Patrick Stewart. They're both very great. So I can't believe they actually signed on for this movie, to be honest, but they both did a really great job, as well as just about all the voice actors, like James Arnold Taylor, Nolan North, Mitchell Whitfield, and Mikey Kelly. They all did the best they can. They got given a pretty bad script, so they held it pretty good. I think the background animation, I think the design for the background looks pretty nice. And I think the entire city landscape looks pretty good. And the animation is pretty mixed, but the backgrounds are pretty good. And the first act wasn't anything too spectacular, but it was pretty interesting. Like, kind of shows it differently, but after that, it's not really, kind of goes downhill. It's just kind of interesting. It's not really great, but it's pretty interesting. And the action scenes, I do feel like, are pretty well animated and choreographed. And it's kind of into the movie, even though the film was kind of boring. But other than that, it's honestly all negatives. So yeah, we're into the negatives now. I think character development kind of like doesn't really exist very well in this movie. Like, the Turtles aren't really developed well as a team. It just kind of feels forced as Leonardo kind of comes back, and then they randomly just get together after Raphael kind of hates them. It just kind of feels forced. They can be captured from the character from it's pretty forced. That isn't very well developed at all. It's just not good development at all. The villains are nothing special. They're very generic. They just want to destroy the world. These ancient creatures want to destroy the world and take over the world. And it's nothing special. They have no motivation. It's just very bland and generic and done off. Very awful. And Casey Jones was honestly just nothing special in this movie. He's kind of bumbling around like an idiot throughout the film. Oh man, just completely wasted. He's not used very well. He's not a very good character in this movie, and it's just kind of, I feel like a background character, because his development's like little to none, and isn't very well. And April O'Neil as well isn't very anything special. She just kind of is there. Where's the three of the Turtles, and it isn't really developed well in this movie either. And her love story thing with Casey Jones isn't very well developed either. It's kind of forced in this film, and nothing really special. And Max Winters is kind of just your typical rich businessman. He's nothing special. He's just a rich businessman, and just not a very good character in this movie. And Splinter wasn't necessarily wasted. He's a bad character in this movie. Like, his mentor skills is mostly the same as the original. He doesn't really have development throughout this movie. He's just kind of just the mentor who's kind of telling him what to do. He doesn't have any development in this movie and just kind of gives him these lessons. He's not really special. He's rarely in the movie. He's kind of wasted like I said. And the character designs, yeah, not good at all. Like, just looking at the Turtles, those character designs are awful. Just, they look looks so creepy and just not very well animated. They rarely look like the turtles. And they're just very poorly animated in this film. It's hard to look at them because of how bad the animation is on them, and it just looks awful. As well as the designs on the humans whenever they show up on this, it's really ridiculous how awful these humans look. Like, they just look absolutely creepy and don't really look much like how you imagine animated humans. It just doesn't look good at all, and it's just hard to look at, kind of like the turtles. It's not good animation at all, and could have done much better, but they decided to be lazy with this character animation, and it looks terrible. And Karai in this movie, she's nothing really special. She's kind of wasted. She should have probably should have been the main villain. Like, they made her the main villain. They probably could have done much better. Here could, because she is kind of, like, I feel like if they made her the villain, it probably could have been less generic of a villain, and probably could have been a better movie. But here she's just kind of wasted and isn't very anything special. Kind of a bad character, and doesn't really, just kind of feels forced when she's with the team. Even at the end, and she's nothing special. So overall, TMNT is a pretty bad movie, and I'm going to give TMNT a 3.5 out of 10. That was my review of TMNT. What are your thoughts on TMNT? Tell me in the comments below, and I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.